Now we're going to remove the towel holder from the wall right here, and I'll show you the process that it takes to get that off the wall, a complete uninstallation. And the towel holder is much like a toilet paper holder, how it's assembled and comes apart. So there's two small screws that hold these two fixtures here. This bar is just sitting in between there. Nothing's really holding it other than it's kind of clamped in there. And what I'll do is I'll loosen the small set screws. And in this case, the set screws are oriented on the bottom. They could actually be oriented in any direction, but it's best that they're oriented in a direction that it's easy to get to with your screwdriver. Once again, the screwdriver required to get those little set screws loose is a small, very small screwdriver, and the jeweler screwdriver works really well for that. So it's kind of handy to have a jeweler screwdriver around in your toolbox for just this purpose. So I will up in here and see if I can't get my jeweler screwdriver into the slot and loosen it a little bit. Now make sure when you loosen these set screws, you don't take them all the way out, because they can be a little tricky to get back in again, and it's just not necessary. And this way here, when you go to put it back in again, it'll be right there where you want. So with that, didn't get them loose enough. A little bit more. I didn't really want to take it all the way out. These set screws are a little longer than the previous ones I was working with. There we go. There's one. You see how they just come right off the end, and this tube just slides right out. So now I have this one to do. So it looks like these set screws actually need to be unscrewed a little bit more than what I had anticipated. I wanted to be careful not bring them out so far as they would fall out. But as you can see here, this set screw goes all the way through, and actually goes through quite a ways. And typically before I install it, I'll move the set screw out so that it's pretty much out of the way, and that way it makes it easier to put it on there. The brackets that are left are being held on with a couple of Phillips screws. So I'll go ahead and remove those two, because that's a part of the installation. And we'll be able to reuse these somewhere. And if not, if this particular towel bar is an antique variety that we're not going to use in our new bathroom remodeling, we'll be able to actually donate these to the Reuse It store. In this case, we like to use Habitat for Humanity's resale store. A lot of people go there. It's a good place to find things that you might be able to use that somebody has donated for reuse. And so we like to use that facility for just that purpose. So donating our old reusable fixtures. Now in this case here, the screws were just put into the drywall. So you can see I'm turning and they're not doing anything. So the trick there then will be to put a little pressure behind this plate so that as I unscrew the screw, it'll back out. If the screw had gone into some wood or something, it would come out really nicely, but it didn't. So it's a little tricky here to get it out, because it wants to just sit there and spin and not actually unthread like you'd expect a screw. So I'm putting pressure on the back side of this plate to basically pull the screw out of the wall as I unscrew it. The combination of me turning and pulling, as you can see, it's coming out. That little squeaking noise is the screw going through the drywall. The drywall is made up of a powdery substance, and so it's really dry, and the screws, when they turn in it, tend to be a little squeaky. There we go. Okay, that took care of the bracket, and that completes the removal of the towel bracket off the wall. Thank you.